I became a socialist because things just stopped making sense for me. Simply put, the explanations offered to me by my parents, the news, my school, and they just didn't add up anymore. I remember being told about the ideas of what America is or was supposed to be, and just never seeing that in my day to day life or even just in history at all. We're the freest country on earth, but we have the most incarcerated people. We're the richest country in the world, but I have to sleep on the floor of the laundry room at my mom's house. Uh, we protect liberty and democracy, but we spend billions of dollars invading other countries. Something just doesn't add up, right? And even this wasn't enough for me to break myself from the American Imperial Project. But one day I was listening to a philosophy podcast, and the episode about Marxism came on. And it sparked my curiosity because this bad thing that I've been hearing about my entire life just suddenly started to make more sense than the liberal framework that I grew up with. The more I learned, the more things started to make sense. Finally, there was an explanation for things other than just evil people or just, cartoon characters, essentially. They had real material motives that forced them to move in a certain way. And for the first time in my life, things just clicked. Then I started my journey learning about socialism in both history and theory, and which was fine and dandy. But then I realized that I was missing something important, probably the most important part about being a socialist, which is organization. See, it's one thing to, understand theory and history, but all of that really doesn't mean anything if you don't actually put it into practice. That's why joining the DSA was probably one of the best things that's ever happened in my life, politically speaking. Now I'm actually taking all the theory and the history that I've put a lot of time into learning and applying it on the ground in my community and making material differences for the people around me. And I'm continuing to learn from my amazing comrades in the DSA. If I could just give one piece of advice to people out there watching this, it's just to get organized. We're at a time now where we're seeing more and more of these mass mobilizations, things like, No Kings. And if we're going to actually build a better world, we're going to need to be organized. We're going to need to apply our strength in organized, in a professional manner. The slide into fascism that we see every day has been a direct result from the disorganization on the left. This is exactly what the fascists want. They want us tired. They want us fractured. They want us to dump all of our time and effort into a fruitless political system, and they want us alone and isolated from our communities. And, well, here's the thing. The buck can stop with you. You can join an organization, you can put in that time and that effort, and you can actually make a material difference. And that's why you should join DSA today.